Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Richmond. Come back.
Gabbert now to throw on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Davis. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Down, black 22.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Reset. Tiger.
On 1st and 10, Gabbert. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Reset. Come back.
2nd down, Gabbert. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Down. Black 22.
A first down carry for Henry. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Down! Green 39! Green 39! Watch the twit! Watch the twit! Richmond! Two-jet!
They just do get it off. Now Gabbard, flush to his right. Staying on his feet. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. The ball comes out, and the Ravens have got it. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11.
No. Check. Patriot! All right, here we go. Green 39!
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Detroit! Here we go now. Green 39! Watch it now, Barney!
Jackson on first down. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jarrell Casey. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Detroit! Set! 3-19!
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Over!
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Sam Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Here's Jackson. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Got a man right side. It's Sharp. A gain of 6 there on 1st. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Again to Henry, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out.
Reset. Down. Black 22. Black 22.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Gets it up past the 10 with a nice move. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
Detroit! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun!
On 2nd down, Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Detroit! Gun! Watch it now, Barney!
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Flushed out right. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. A gain of 39 that time. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Detroit. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing again. Jackson goes underneath for Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Gun, gun. Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Over.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So still no touchdowns in the 1st half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Richmond. 2 jet. Tiger.
A 1st down throw for Gabbert. And he fires one incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor. And it's 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
Down. Blue 80.
The pitch to Henry. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Come back, come back.
To throw is Gabbert. The open man is Smith. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. First down, Gabbert. Over the middle to Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots in the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, come back, come back. Blue 80. Blue 80.
Now Gabbert. And that's caught by Smith. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Henry. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
This is Henry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Titans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Down. Blue 80. Blue 80. 2 jet. 2 jet.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. And Succop will put this one right through, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone. Over, 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 over.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
He uncorks it for Snead. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Detroit. Detroit. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. A strong running. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair. Just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
3rd quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he spins past him and into space. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Now Jackson on first down. Incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit!
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Watch it now, Barney. Over.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Lucky 56. Over. Gun.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And that's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Gun.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this one is incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
They'll toss it to Henry. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Two jet. Green the line.
On 3rd down, Henry. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. They're on to the second half now down in Miami. The Bills, they are just continuing to pour it on. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson being chased out left. Space to maneuver at the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back now in Nashville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over.
Now Jackson on 2nd down, escaping the pressure right. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
Jackson throwing on first down. Buying time to his left. Incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jayon Brown coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Well, we still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a second field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Gabbert now to throw on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Derrick Henry, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Hey, Black 22! Black 22! Come back, come back!
A 2nd down throw now for Gabbert. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Davis. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Hey, Blue 80! Blue 80!
Now it's Henry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Looking to throw on second down. Jackson, flush to his right. He can't get him down, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Over. Detroit. Over.
To throw is Jackson on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Blue 80.
Following the interception, here's Gabbard. It's caught. Michael Pearl. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Down. Blue 80. Black 99 Philly. Come back.
On 1st and 10, Gabbard throwing the out route incomplete. That's Taylor. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Down. Green 39. Reset.
From the gun, Gabbard. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Gone! Detroit! 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 Watch him now, Barney!
After the interception, here's Jackson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! Leopard! Gone! Over!
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Watch him now, Barney!
Throwing now is Jackson. Flushed out right. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
A give to Bell. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Check. Down. Blue 80.
They'll go again with Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Titans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Black 22! Black 22! Come back! Check 48, Go! Two jet!
Back to throw. And this is caught. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Extra point up and good by Suckup, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Lucky 56.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And that penalty will move the ball to the 1-yard line.
It's so difficult to cover a fade route, and you're talking about into the end zone, and sometimes you panic a little as a defender, and the offensive guys are really smart. Sometimes they jump back into you and create the contact.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson finding the end zone on the game's final play. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Nice catch. Touchdown. Nice catch, Aubrey. Good job, Aubrey.
Still got to be careful of a blocked return here on the extra point. The extra point is good, and on the final play of the game, they walk away with a victory. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Ravens, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.